Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Forte. Today I'm going to start a series on Icarus. For those who don't know what Icarus is, it's a open world survival game. Technically a sci-fi on a different planet, but it's really just an open world survival. This video is going to be on how to get started. It, it can seem kind of a little confusing as to how to get things moving along when you first play, so hopefully this video will help you out and we'll get you going. So I am going to. I have already started playing this again. I really haven't actually played it for about a year and a half, but I went through, did the first mission, so hopefully this video will be a little bit shorter than what it would normally take to get the first mission done, which is probably about an hour. So I'm going to go here, Olympus. This is the first mission.
Welcome to Icarus, friend. UDA says we gotta drop you in a safe, well-mapped zone your first time down. They must have been thinking of some other planet. You'll see for yourself, soon enough. There's a ways to go before you head out hunting for exotics. Right now, it's about learning to survive on the surface. So head down, take a look around, then we'll talk.
Okay, so our mission is basically to go down, kind of get ourselves established, and that's basically the point of it. So I don't really have any extra equipment, so I'm just going to go down. I want to probably that private. What if I can spin that? It's spinning itself. And down we go. Man, I'd hate to do this. I hate airplane turbulence. I couldn't imagine doing this. Right, here we are.
Welcome to Icarus, friend. Looks like your first time down here. Call me Soul. Looks like paradise. But don't be fooled. The air's poison, wildlife's out to kill you, and the weather's like nothing you've ever seen. You'll need to make yourself some shelter soon enough. But you know what you're doing, right? That's why you came all the way out here and dropped with nothing. 'Cause you could. Well, UDA wants you to show you understand the basics before they send you anywhere really dangerous. So get acquainted, then head back up when you're ready. Best of luck, friend. Stay safe.
So, in short, this mission is basically the tutorial. So just learning how to build a building, crafting, very basic stuff. So your goal in this mission really is to get to level 5 as quickly as possible. That's what you want to do. And the reason you want to do that is the weather in this game can kill you. So if you'll see in the upper right, you'll kind of see the forecast for the next few days. If there's a storm that's on its way, you'll kind of get this alert sound, and it'll give you a timeline as to how many hours before it arrives. Now, the reason why you want to get to level 5 as quickly as possible is on the tech tree. In order to build a wooden shelter, you need this unlocks at level 5. You technically can do it with the thatch, but in my opinion, it's kind of a waste of crafting points. So I always just try to rush it and get to level 5. The other thing that unlocks at level 5 that I'm a big user of is the bone knife and the bone arrow. Or, yeah, the bone arrow. They do significantly more damage. Oh, speaking of which, there's a storm coming. I think the storm's coming because I've kind of already built an axe. So, and what that does is that will protect you from the weather. Now, if you don't get anything really built, did I already clear up all the trees around here? Yeah. If you don't really get a shelter built before the time a storm comes, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because the first storm in this isn't really going to kill you. It may give you a little bit of damage, but that's about it. So you can see how it's raining. So I'm chopping as much wood as quickly as I can. My goal is to craft wooden floor. So I'm going to try to get 4 of those. I need 8 wooden walls. Oops. Oh, that's 7. Okay, while it's doing that. Okay, got that. Just fell another tree here. Now this is kind of happening out of order. Since I've kind of already unlocked things, I think that's what triggers the storm so quickly. But really, what you're going to be doing is chopping trees. You're going to chop down as many trees as quickly as you can, because each tree is worth 300 experience points. You can see the experience points in the upper left. And that's really the fastest way to get to level 5. There's also another reason why you want to get to level 5 besides the storm. Oh, there's a wolf. Yeah, you're gonna die. I need to make a bone knife. The other reason why you want to get a shelter is nighttime. And it can be really hard to do things at night. So at nighttime you want to kind of hunker down, maybe take care of things around the camp. But having a shelter will give you a place to do that, give you some protection from wildlife. Kind of very much like in real life. Oh, I am getting attacked. Where are you? So these guys can kill you. I think because it's the first level, they're nerfed a little bit, but the best weapon that you can get is the knife right off, because when they're up close to you, it's can be a little hard using the spear. I'm going to build a shelter. I mean, I really kind of don't need it, though, but I'm going to still build one as quickly as I can. Alright. That will get me out of the rain. So yeah, the exposure bar is almost red. That means I'm almost about to take damage. And there we are. I am out of the rain. Now, if you had enough stone, you could build a fire in here, and that might be important if you're cold. So I'll go over that in a second. I just kind of want a fireplace here. So to build a fireplace, you need 24 stone, some fiber, some sticks. A little wood. And you'll dry off real quickly. Now that was kind of a pretty mild storm, so but that's kind of really what you want to do getting started. You want to chop down as much wood as you can and get to level 5 as quickly as possible and build a shelter. Now, there is something I'm not talking about, which is what you saw with the animals that just attacked me. So you will encounter deer, wolves. If you can, take them out and harvest the fur, because one of the items on our to-do list is to make a kind of like a sleeping bag or a bedroll, I guess is what they call it. Why the bedroll is important is when you're in your shelter and it's night, it allows you to sleep through the night. And because it's kind of difficult to do stuff other than like basic gathering of like maybe some wood around the house. But having a fire and a bedroll, you'll stay warm, you can sleep through the night, and then you won't have to sit there and wait for several minutes for night to be over. All right, so for hunting, I recommend getting the bow and the stone arrow to start off with. Now, I already have bone, and I like bone arrows because if you look at the damage difference, this does 31 to 35, and this is 54 to 60, so there's almost double damage. So, yeah, I get the bone as quickly as I can. But starting out, you won't be able to unlock this. You'll have to start with the stone arrow, and the stone knife. So, make a knife, make a bow. When your knife is damaged, to repair it, just right-click on it, hit repair. It's the same with all of the other things. You need to have the item to repair it. So I need to have at least one stone, but I mean, there's stone everywhere. Alright, so I'm going to tear this down. Basic building tips: to tear something down, hover over it and hit Y, and it will put it in your inventory. I'm going to eat this. It took me forever to figure that out. But the thing of it is if you just hit Y, well, or in my case hit 5, to place an item, if you'll notice on the right side, it tells you how to rotate it, how to deconstruct it. Rotating it basically flips it around. But yeah, if you want to tear something down, the Y key. So I think to pick up, I hit X. Take all. All right. Some more survival tips, something you do need to focus on. Lower left, you see your oxygen, food, and water. Any one of those at empty will kill you. Not instantly, but your health will start to drop. You get oxygen from picking up, I don't have any, okay, a stone called oxite. It's this blue-looking stone. You can actually mine it as well. There's big, like, just little rocks of oxite. So it looks like this, little deposits. And so you can just right-click on it, hit consume. The other thing you can do if I can find some more of it. Is you can take it and put it in your oxygen container, and it'll just automatically use it for you when you need it. And as the game goes on, you can actually improve this equipment. The other thing with water, there's actually possible to get a deposit spot for water as well, but I haven't upgraded myself enough yet for that. You can get water from food, like berries and stuff. I don't know if you could tell, but that kind of just barely ticked up. But that is something that's possible. If you have a lot of berries and can't quite make it to water, then that can save you temporarily from dehydrating. The other thing to know about is that foods can give bonuses. So this one, if you consume it, I get the watermelon bonus, plus 50 stamina, minus 10 water consumption. 50 stamina right now is very helpful. The name of the game is almost stamina. Like, I recommend when you upgrade, and I'll talk about this in a minute, that the first things you upgrade are your stamina, and then followed by your movement speed, because that's going to have the most significant impact on your play. All right, so that was kind of a little bit of a random. I wasn't planning on talking about that right now, but yeah, random talk about making sure you don't starve. So I'm going to look for some water. I'm going to look for a little bit more food, and certainly look for some oxite. Alright, so here's an oxite deposit. I also hear some animals moving around. I don't need to take all of that. Pick that up. I'm going to put that in here, and then that should keep my oxygen going for a while. Alright, I'll deal with the rabbit in a minute. Wow, we were all the way up here, so maybe I'll go down here instead. So, a little bit of an opportunity I probably shouldn't pass. I was going to talk about hunting after we get camp set up. Maybe I'll still do that. So, I'm going to find water first. I can't do that. That's such a good opportunity. I will say, if you're struggling to get animals, the baby deer and the rabbits are they're definitely the easiest ones to get. Okay, so the water's right there. Oh, soybean. Eh. Actually, I wonder if that does give a bonus. Okay, so there are some animals coming down here. Alright, that's good. So I'm going to look for a flat spot. This is perfect. Alright, I'm going to set up my camp right here. Oh, look at all those beautiful flowers. This is me being picky. R to rotate. Dismiss that. Y to deconstruct. Holding R to select a different, I don't know what you say, design, I guess. So I'm giving myself a wall with a door frame. Let's make a door. Yeah, let's make a door. And then the fireplace down. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. I have some wood. Get that going. Now I have some meat. In order to cook the meat that I have, I drag it right into the fire. That's all you need to do. I think I'll turn that to ash. So I'm right by the water. Let's get a sip now. This can make you sick. I don't remember. I think there's ways of purifying it. Okay. Consume that. Okay, so I still have these bonuses. So I'm pretty full right now, but yeah, I'll probably pick up some more. Okay, so let's talk about hunting. So some people like to hunt with a spear. I prefer to hunt with a bow. So I make enough arrows. If I can, well, I mean, you may not be able to make more than a few, but if you're using stone arrows, oh, where'd that deer go? But I make enough arrows so I can get a couple shots off in case I miss. Or what does happen sometimes is I'll take out a deer only to find out there's a wolf around the corner and I'm out of arrows. Rabbits are very slow. I recommend getting them with a knife. So when you kill an animal, you need a knife to skin it. So you do get experience from killing animals. So if you have a bunch of them in the same area, you can actually get experience faster than chopping trees. That's the one exception. But yeah, so killing like a wolf is like 600 experience, I think. So I'm going to skin it. Take everything. It's all useful. And then the bones I usually get with a pickaxe. I mean, you can break it down with a knife, but at this phase in the game, bones are very, very helpful. In fact, I need to make a bone knife here. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I'm hunting. Okay, there we go. There's a couple of reasons why you really want. First is you need the fur, which gets the bedroll and allows you to complete the mission. The other thing is there are certain, like, arrows require leather. You get that from animals. Later on, there's a better bow that requires leather. So the parts are very, very helpful. I'll take this tree down, assuming it doesn't kill me. Oh, good. Okay. Sometimes the trees will fall back the wrong direction, or they'll just kind of pop out, and then you'll take a lot of damage. Okay, I don't know where that wolf is, and so I just grab my knife. And it looks like he is stuck. Yeah, so it either thought I was nearby and didn't know where I was, or it was stuck trying to bite at me. So yeah, it got caught in some brush, so thankfully it wasn't able to lunge at me. But that's the other reason why I like the knife. The other reason I like the knife is if they're in close like that, you can fight back, but if you have the bow drawn and they're like, yeah, you're trying to get them with a bow, they can get some serious damage in before you can try to even get a shot off, or you might miss them. So I like the knife. And then this knife does a little bit more damage, but it gives a better yield. So that's the other thing. Upgraded weapons may also not seem like they give that much damage, extra damage, but they'll give some a better yield. So, for example, this will give me 150% from skinning the animal, but the stone will only give me 100%. So I'm effectively going to get 50% more, meaning I don't have to hunt as much, because my harvesting the animal is going to give a better return. So that also goes for other items, like the sickle, for example. Instead of pulling up, let's see, what do I get from this? I get 3. Alright, so I'm going to unlock the bone sickle. I'm going to make a bone sickle. Yeah, and see, I got 10. So that's something to keep in mind. Just because an upgraded piece of equipment or the next tier level of equipment doesn't seem like it gives much damage, the yield can be very helpful, especially in some of the biomes in this game. Here it doesn't look like you really need it, because you kind of don't. There's vegetation everywhere. But there are deserts in this place. There are places where you might find like one plant of something, and then, that's it. So, or you need a lot of like shrubs or something, and you're in the desert and you can barely find them. The other advantage is it can save you time, because you have to do less hard. You can, like with that yeast seed, if I needed 30, I only needed to find 3. Versus, actually, I don't need silica. Oh, I will take this though. Versus getting 10. So it is going to get dark soon. Okay. So, other than direct access to water, another reason why I build my shelter near the water is if I get lost in the dark, all I have to do is walk around the edge of the lake and I'll eventually come to it. So that's another advantage. when it becomes night in this game, like, it is dark. It's not like a lot of games where it's just the colors shaded down. I mean, it is pitch black. This is me just being picky. So that gets me to another tip of mine, which is if you can, build some torches around your house. So if you get lost at night, you'll be able to see. Well, actually, if you have the torches out at your house, it's a lot harder to get lost unless you get out of view of the house. I hope that was a lot of wood because that took a lot of chopping. Alright, so something I'm going to build are 4 torches. Or I was going to build floor torches, but I'm out of space. So let's see here. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to consume that. I'm going to consume that. Consume that stack. One of those, I should say. Okay, so that'll give me some room. Let's split the stack. I really need to learn the short command for that. I just am too lazy to look it up at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to build some floor torches. These things are very helpful, and I will show you why. Because I'm going to build one on this side of the house, one on this side of the house, and if I can get up there, right back and up high. So for fuel, you can actually just put wood. If you had some coal, but I just use wood. It's so plentiful. Now, I put that on all 3 sides because when it gets dark and I'm out, if you have the torch on just one side, it might be blocked by the house. But if I'm across the lake, I'll be able to see that. So I am going to gather a little bit more wood, and I'm going to try to do some hunting here. So the one thing I don't like about this spot is I think there's less wildlife. I might have been wrong about that. The other thing is it gets dark and it's... Okay. So, when hunting animals, you want to crouch. And there's a couple reasons why. That's stealth, and they can't see you. And because they can't see you, you have a chance to do a sneak attack. And that does 2.5 times more damage. Well, it depends on the weapon, but... Because sometimes if you don't do a sneak attack on deer, they'll run off with your arrow. So I'm hoping to get... Oh, I'm so close on the fur. I don't see anything. Did I pick a bad spot? I think I picked a bad spot. Yeah, there's nothing around here. Oh, there is a deer. So like I said, you want to be very careful. Oh, that was a baby deer. That was probably barely worth it. So, see what I mean by when I said you want to make sure you do a sneak attack on them? Now... Oh, I got it. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, there's a lot coming. All right. So, I don't recommend, if there are multiple animals around, running right after your first kill. I know I do that a lot. The reason why is you can lose track of your... I've killed stuff before and then not been able to find it. So let's see here. Where's that torch? So I know that I've got some more kills in here. Yep, there's one right there. That's some valuable meat, valuable leather and bones in particular. That's what you really want a lot of early on, and then the fur. Also notice because I have the bone knife, I'm getting more. I'm getting a better return for every time I try to harvest the animal. I think there were 2 more in here I shot. I can't... Wow, I don't even remember. Okay, that's a... One right there. So, something I am going to try to do is make a floor torch. I'm going to drop this stuff. I don't need that. And I know that I killed... So I'm almost just kind of using this as a marker. Got some sticks in here. I'll burn some sticks. And I think it was off this way, right? Oh, wow. There's 2 of them. Okay, so... No. I want to put that down. I'm going to grab... So I have an incoming storm. So I'm going to need to hightail it back to my shelter here in a minute. Alright, let's get back here. Okay, take that. Light. Okay, I'm going to pick up my torch. And apparently, I don't know what that was about. Okay, so let's get back to the lake. Now you see how it gets dark pretty quick? Let's see if I can... See, I can barely see anything, so I don't even know if I'm running the right direction. I am. So I need to get back. Now, I do have the fire inside. But this is the one shortcoming. Now you can see my hut over there. If it wasn't raining, those torches would have my house lit up. Now I do have a fire going inside, and so I could kind of see the silhouette of it. But even if I couldn't, I built it on the lake. Yeah, you can see the fire kind of shining through. Yeah, that's unfortunate the weather came in. But yeah, I got a fire going. Okay, so how much wood do I have? I do not have very much wood. I'm going to put that on here. Now, I can eat my cooked meat. I wonder if I can cook a pumpkin. So I am going to very briefly try to fell a tree. Yeah, I'm going to try to fell a tree and get some wood just to keep that fire going. Should be enough. So you notice how the storm exposure is going away. Alright. Got some junk in there I really don't need. Oh. Grilled pumpkin. So 75 max stamina. Wow. That is a tremendous boost. So what is my stamina right now? Wow, that is really good for the level I'm at. Okay. So I only have one last thing to do, and that's to make the bedroll. Put that up right next to the fire.
How you build, that's up to you. So long as you learn the basics, your chances are the same as anyone else. And I get paid.
Okay. So, a few things I didn't talk about. I kind of talked about them in odd order. But the last thing is, let's talk about the tech tree and the talents. The tech tree is how you unlock things that you can make. I've just been making them this, you know, during this video. But when you start out, you have nothing, and then when you level up, you get 3 points, and then you can unlock 3 things. Actually, I think these first 4 come unlocked. So you can do that, and then you get to level 1, unlock 3. I usually unlock the stone knife, the bow, and the stone arrow first. And then after that, I might unlock a rag torch. I might unlock... no, that's probably all I'll unlock. And the reason why is I want to save those points to get the wood beam, the wood floor, wall, the ramp, and the door. I accidentally bought the stairs. That was a bad on my part. These don't unlock until 5. The reason I rush to level 5 and do that is, again, I don't want to waste my points on these. You have a limited number of points, and there's fewer points that you get in the game than what you can spend them on. So I'm now saving my remaining points for tier 2. So I'm trying to get up to level 10 so I can unlock tier 2, because there's iron axe, there's iron bolts, there's a lot more things you can do. So I don't want to waste that on tier 1 stuff that I won't use later on in the game. The other thing is, when you level up, you get talent points. Now, I think, okay, I got a solo one here. If you're playing solo, I believe these are the points that get triggered. Yeah, so if you're playing solo, this is your skill branch that gets used. If you're playing multiplayer, then these get used. Starting off, weight capacity, movement speed, and then anything with stamina. Those are the ones you kind of really want. Yeah, like I should have been doing this. Your maximum stamina, because every time you swing, it uses stamina. So the more stamina, the more you can do. And that basically saves you time. You can get more done in a shorter amount of time. So yeah, that's what's really important. And then movement, since you're going to be running around a lot in this game, the movement speed, that also saves you time. So, I'm going to turn off the torch. Yeah, see, like I can barely see my house and I'm right next to it. So yeah, like I said, at night, very dark. Fell into the water. Am I cold? What is it? Ooh, I'm cold. So notice how my stamina's gone down. But since I have a nice fire, if you look at the heat bar on the lower left, you'll notice how I'm warming up. So the elements in this definitely do affect you. On the tech tree, at some point, I will actually unlock the cloth. That can actually be helpful in like the desert. Notice it has like heat resistance. In a desert, you can actually become too hot. So something to think about. But these are kind of the basics to get started. So again, just review, get the level 5 as quickly as possible. And yeah. Yeah, get to level 5 as quickly as possible. Try to get your fur before the end of before nighttime comes, and that kind of it really. So, all right. So I'm gonna nap and go back to the space station. Oh, one last key point about the bedroll. You can use it to set your spawn point. So if you wander off, like, way away from your starting spaceship and die, you'll respawn here and you'll have to walk all the way back. You won't have your equipment. You might get killed again. If you build a shelter out here and set a spawn point, that's where you'll restart. So that will be really nice. It can save you a lot of time, so that's another advantage with the bedroll. All right, to bed. Okay. so we got all the requirements done. It's time to go back home. So when you get your mission completed, all you have to do is make it back to your spaceship. I'm low on oxygen. It doesn't matter if I'm low on oxygen. Now, I might... shoot anything on the way back because I get experience. The other thing, too, is you're not able to take your inventory back with you. Yeah. I'm going to make a whole lot of arrows. Yeah, I'm going the right way. So if I see anything, I'm probably just going to shoot it and get the... Oh. A large deer. Yep, so that's a bunch of experience. Worth a shot. Actually, I think I'm going to top off a little bit of this. Oh, I have oxide on me? Alright, well, let's do that then. There, I'm done. Now, another hunting tip. Sometimes the animals will double back. Though in this case, I don't think so. Oh yeah, he did. Okay. Yeah, see, I got 500 points. So, yeah, if you're trying to level up, that can help. Yeah, alright. Alright, time to head home. So I hit F, turn the station. And more turbulence. Away we go. Alright. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.